it's Timo versus Yugge. I was thinking, did they both join? Yeah, both of them joined in MT17. No, not entirely new. We've seen both of them around a bunch, I think. Timo has been doing pretty well, I think. Has a win rate of 60%. That's not bad. Yugge also doing pretty well. Has a win rate of 50. That's pretty decent. And it even doesn't sound like much.
Yeah, and just actually I need to open the larger card. There we go. Yugge has joined in MTX, though they haven't joined since MT17 afterwards, because this is their third one.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yugge is a PC Engine fanatic, while Timo is a professor of reddish particle physics. Okay.
That makes sense. Timo, I think, a big fan of difficult cryptic games. We see them with the Void Stranger avatar here, and I think before that they might have used a La Mulana icon. At least I think they're a big La Mulana runner or player at least.
I do remember that info as well.
Oh, there's already. A quick look at the journey paths here. Timo played El Cheeseboy and Ball Boy, which is the way I remember it, a very sluggish 3D ball platformer, where it's very hard to change your trajectory. Played against Half Beastie and Fluctuoid, which is a minimalist platformer, I guess, where you're a box or something. And played against Samgi in Fire Striker MT Classic. That match was very recently, a few days ago I think, maybe even just yesterday. And Yugge played Espion and Cube, also a game we've seen before. Played against Callback in Moai-kun, Japanese only puzzle platformer I think. Played against Skirt in DK King of Swing. Who is that match? I'm a big fan of DK Jungle Climber. And play against So Much Fabs in Uga Classic. That match was also very recently. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, yeah, the one of the sustenance.
Yeah, genau, sustenance!
I had to miss that race, but I only caught the start, but that was so great, that voice clip.
Okay, look at this. I'm not sure what the aspect ratio for this game is. Not widescreen, I'm guessing.
It is piece, but I can check some screenshots maybe?
Looks pretty square. I'm seeing here.
Yeah, from the screenshots this looks like a Square game. Which is weird, we don't get much of those.
Alright, but I think we can switch over. We've got a game and it's called Get Out of My Way, I'm Trying to Eat You. I'm glad it fits in the title box here. Sorry, audio. Oh, but the game doesn't have any audio in the menu. Alright. It looks like we're good to go then. Bramble saying this is a hard platformer.
Oh, that's a heck of a base spin.
Yeah, pretty compact. Ah, Goomwitty. I thought that's maybe the name of the death, but no, that's the abbreviation of the title. Get out of my way, I'm trying to eat you. Yeah, that works out.
Oh, okay.
The page spin also is titled Goomwitty. Oh, this is loud. Yeah. Very minimalist indie platformer. I think I might have seen this. Or one like this. No, I think it was a different game. That's just a whole bunch of indie titles that look like this. So apparently we're a rolling thing. And we have to get to the goal flag. Okay, so far so obvious. And it looks like it also wraps around, you know. Does it? Oh yeah, sometimes it wraps around.
Yeah, in Timo's screen on the left side, I did see the screen wrap, but maybe that was because they just completed a level or died. Because, yeah. Do you have gravity flip, or are you that fast? I think you are just that fast. Because if you look at the movement that both of them are doing, like flinging one way to the other side.
Yeah, Yugge here, this is moving across the whole screen in a moment. It looks like you can move really fast.
Yeah, and you can sorta walk into walls, it seems. Not really, but like, maybe it's just the jump that is really high as well. Yeah, this is great for those players that really enjoy frantic platformers. Or
Yeah,
not, because you don't have as much control here.
Definitely looks like that kind of Twitch platformer. Not Twitch like the platform. Twitch like as in fast reactions. I think that's exactly the kind of game Timo Star likes, probably.
Mm-hmm. But again, the way they are getting flinked left and right, and like in this level that Timo is about to go into, no, the next one, you have to be, this one, you have to be really careful here to not overflow, to throw yourself into the spikes. So you have to have a lot of control to accelerate, stop, or just do like Timo did and just jump.
So is Yugge in World 2 now? The color theme changed? Where's Timo going? This looked different for Yugge, I feel. Okay, I guess Timo's just going in the wrong direction.
There was that intermission, I believe. And now there we go.
So I'm assuming this is World 2 already. We're moving pretty fast here.
Oh gosh, we have wall jumps. Except you have to wall jump in the screen transition. That's awful.
And some very tight gaps between the spikes here. Yugge handling them very well, but I think you have to line up pretty well there, maybe slide down the wall a bit to get that jump between the spikes.
Oh, when Yugge died to the thing, while Timo made it for a small lead change. Let's see for how long it lasts.
Yeah, wow, that went so fast. Suddenly a lead change. I thought Timo was further behind.
Gosh, the ability for those players to sight read this level. Because Timo just, okay, I'm jumping here without thinking, okay, what's coming next? He just went and did it perfectly first try.
Yugge has some real issues with this up and down moving enemy. That one keeps hitting him.
Yeah,
guess
the way
you could
that
just stay at the wall, but yeah, you can't really tell where it is when it's between the screen transitions.
Yeah, Timo took it really carefully in that stage, waiting by sliding down the wall, which really helped. And I didn't notice before, but those thin platforms are trampolines.
Yeah. Oh, Timo already in the next world, maybe?
Yeah. Whoa.
These worlds seem pretty short. We're
That's
just...
the thing that's trying to eat them. Whatever just ate Timo.
So we're just beating World 4 here, so might not be a very long race. Timo has an interesting challenge here. Oh, already done. Okay, well, not so interesting then. We'll probably see it when Yugge gets to it.
Yeah, I thought you would have to time with the spikes going back into the wall, but nope, you can just go.
Yeah, just 1 or 2 cycled it, didn't have to care much about that. Now Yugge is in this gaming section. I think Timo might have taken 1 or 2 deaths here. It's pretty difficult to jump between the walls without getting hit.
Oh, and all those trampolines around Timo in that stage, and with that tight place at the top of the screen, you don't have a lot of space to maneuver around that.
I guess the only place where you have to touch these trampolines is at the top. I wonder if you could use the sideways ones. But yeah, on the top there's just a gap. But other than that, they don't really get in your way. A lot going on Timo's screen here, but he's almost through again. I guess the middle part doesn't really matter, that's just for decoration. You just have to get around once.
The start of the stage is really tricky with those two things going really fast, but then it looks quite simple.
Yeah, there we go. Timo does it. That looked much more difficult than it was, I think.
Oh, Yugge is on the same ward and one stage behind now. Okay,
yeah, so
that's a nice
very,
catch-up.
Very close to each other. If Yugge can use that momentum. Ooh, runs into the slow-moving obstacle.
We talked about how Timo seems to like these friendly platformers, but also Yugge sounds like the person that would enjoy this kind of games as well for me.
Yeah, I think both of them have been doing pretty well so far. It doesn't seem like they're really struggling too much. On the same screen now, actually. Yugge here at the last screen, and then they're both in the same spot now, I think. Or are they? Ah, right. I was wondering because Yugge came in at the top, but it's...
And Yugge just first tried it.
Nice, another lead change. These go so quickly here in this game.
Right. I'm surprised by how fast it's going.
Lots of temporary spikes here in Yugge's stage and in the previous screen as well. And you don't really... You have to remember where they were.
Yeah, but the first few frames that the spikes appear, they don't have a hitbox. I just saw it in Yugge's screen.
The spikes up here. Okay, almost through. So he has to go left across the screen transition.
But I liked how he respected that upper platform to be like, okay, is there spikes here? To really try to not die at the end of the stage.
Timo's at the end of the screen and no, gets hit by this rain with the dangerous Amiga droplets.
That's a good name. Because yeah, this doesn't feel like freeware at all. This does feel like an old of those PCs like Amiga, Commodore 64 or whatever.
Are you asking who's in the lead? Yugge at the moment. We did have 2 lead changes already. They come pretty quickly, but at the moment Yugge is a few screens ahead. And I think
like
they're both in World 3 here.
Yeah, 2 levels maybe. Oh, again a death for Timo. A really tricky thing, I believe, is how much the player accelerates. So Timo was right to go into the goal, but he flung himself over the goal. So you have to be really careful to just touch the left and right arrows, I believe, to do that.
This is a back 4 match. You can see that on the bottom right of the layout. And here for Timo's challenge at the end, I feel like, yeah, that works. That you shouldn't try to fall straight down the middle, because there's just not a lot of space there. Yugge has been on this screen for a while now, I think. Must be pretty challenging. We've got hidden spikes and these very fast moving obstacles now. And lots of wraparounds, also make this harder to track. Yugge taking a few spins around the stage.
Trying to match the jump, maybe?
And they're caught up again, more or less. We'll see how much the stage knowledge that Yugge has collected will help them.
I mean, some games you do have the knowledge advantage, but here I feel like it's mostly their reflexes to do these things.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hidden traps or anything, so if you're good at sight reading, as we call it, you might be able to just first try this in one shot. But Yugge made it, and Timo's still trying to get to the screen. Really difficult jump here for Yugge. To slide down and jump very far without hitting the spikes up there.
And without going too far to hit the other spikes as well.
Oh yeah, there's spikes over there as well.
I was worried for a moment that this race was going really fast, but I can see why. This is a no early rounds, and this was looking quite short. I was like, how can this be? Oh no, Yugge. How can this be so short? But now I see the game does crank up the difficulty.
Yeah, we still have a world to go, but we'll see if the game significantly increases the challenge. Otherwise, I'd still expect a good match. Timo does get the goal, is also... Did Yugge beat the stage in the meantime?
No, he's just going down that, and he was in the final part. Had to go to the left through the screen transition, and then up through whatever is there, I don't know.
Timo getting that first jump very quickly. Yugge was struggling on the jump quite a while, I think. Oh, goes too far. Okay, Timo hits the spikes on the other side.
You have to hit the trampoline and go to the other side, and now jump from this side into the goal without
Nicely
hitting the
done.
spikes.
Yugge clearing world 3. One more world. We've seen these are pretty difficult. They're just like, I don't know, 10 stages maybe? Oh, that was an easy one.
I haven't been counting. That sounds right.
Lots of complicated
Oh.
transitions here for Yugge. Doesn't seem too difficult, except for having to map out where you go when you transition.
Wait. This is the golf reference. You have to make a hole-in-one into that hole.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to jump across that one screen around the bend. Timo got to the bottom of this very vertical stage, now just has to get up. Hits the trampoline, but kinda bounces off downwards. That's one of these
Okay.
Eater guys that we saw at the end of each world in the cutscenes, but I guess they just enemies now.
And throwing projectiles that I was gonna say something, but then they just killed Yugge outright, so we know what those things do.
Yeah. No space to land there below the finish for Yugge. That's another spike pit. Which is a little bit hard to tell because it's across the screen transition.
Yeah. I don't know if Yugge didn't see that, or if he just didn't make the jump.
And Timo at the bottom of the tower there again and hits the spikes, I believe. There's two spikes just below the trampoline. Jump a little bit higher here.
Almost made it.
And Yugge in another stage with lots of these kinda corner screen transitions, where the stage is almost split into 4 parts. Or maybe
It's
even more.
fun. It's 4. It has to be 4 actually. It's fun that the stage, the word for now that Yugge is on, is always a single screen challenge, but it is so confusing because of the position of the camera that you have a really hard time tracking where you are and where you are going to.
Yeah, it's kind of just like the stage is offset a bit to the camera. It kind of reminds me of like old analog TV when the image isn't correctly synced and it kind of slowly scrolls across.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, where does Yugge have to go? He's starting in the bottom left, then over to the bottom right, and then... Oh, okay, then you fall down, and then you have to navigate this inside part here.
It's simply a spiral, but being able to see that it's a spiral is awful.
Timo's still trying to hit this trampoline here. I'm not sure what the problem with the trampoline is. I guess you have to do something special to bounce upwards. It seems like Timo's always bouncing downwards from the trampoline.
Maybe you have to hold jump?
Yugge making good progress. This doesn't seem too difficult compared to the other ones, at least not as complicated as the previous stages.
The tricky part is... Oh, the enemy flies off the screen when you die. That's an interesting graphical glitch.
Yeah, maybe it just scrolls the stage and not the enemies. No, the enemies do move. Maybe the collision moves with the stage and then the enemies just don't collide anymore. I'm just saying Timo's landing on the trampoline on their descent, which, yeah, that kind of looks like that's what's happening.
So maybe you have to go extra fast to hit the trampoline.
Yeah, it's a pretty far jump, so it probably takes some extra effort. Pretty much jumping across the whole screen there. Yeah, I guess that's just beyond the apex of the jump.
Like maybe Timo is letting go of the key or is pressing the other direction to try to control better, while they instead should just keep going and whatever, go as fast as you can to get to the trampoline in the apex of the jump. Oh, Kirkio says he's bumping the sailing. That could be it as well.
And Yugge in the next stage. Like we've got a long tower to climb. These projectiles are also falling up, but okay, it's not that far. Yugge is almost up already. And Timo down here for another attempt. Does bump the ceiling, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that this time as well. Oh, and another clear for Yugge.
Yeah, I'm guessing there can't be too many more stages.
Yeah, the race was really close before, but we are running out of game for Timo to... Oh, nice recover to catch up.
spikes changing between vertical and horizontal here for Yugge. With the horizontal spikes, you don't have anywhere to stand. I'm not sure if you can stick to the wall long enough. I guess you could jump from wall to wall.
You have to change from the wall to the floor while the spikes are coming out of the wall, maybe?
Timo clears his difficult stage. Not sure what Timo's doing there exactly. That's the second time they were going back and forth in the transition stage, but has made it to World 4 now. So as long as Yugge is still fighting with this stage, there's still a chance for Timo to catch up, maybe. Yeah, I didn't keep count, but yeah, this might be the last stage for Yugge, or at least there's not much left.
I want to say there's like at most 3 more stages, but like that's being quite generous.
Timo did that jump there pretty easily, the hole-in-one across 3 parts of the stage.
One thing as well, usually we see one player exceeding in one part, like being able to sight read better the stage, or being better at doing some tricky jumps or whatever. In this race, I don't feel like either player is better than the other in any specific part of the game. They are really good at the game, this is a really hard game. But I don't see them as exceeding at anything that the other isn't exceeding as well.
Yeah, I think both of them got stuck for a while, but on different parts. Timo mix his stage, very nice.
Now the spiral. Taking time to read the stage, I believe. That's good.
Oh, Yugge almost there. I think he pretty much took the whole stairs here while the spikes were horizontal. Just kept wall jumping. Again,
Oh,
almost
that's
there.
it. Yeah, that's a nice strategy. Huh. Okay, so the spikes don't have a hitbox as soon as they come out of the wall, but they do get a hitbox when they are going back into the wall, it seems.
And Yugge clears stage. And Timo also clears the stage.
I didn't even see this stage that Timo is on.
Yeah,
On his Yugge's
it's
side.
been very quick for Yugge. So it looks like you're not supposed to go across the transition here because there's immediately a spike pit. I guess you could just about wall jump off again.
Maybe you have to just go over the transition to jump.
Yeah, Yugge tried to jump before the transition just now and hit the spikes, so looks like you need the extra space. Lots of wall jumping here for Yugge. And then a long trampoline section that we don't see much of yet. He was almost there and makes it. I think Yugge was stuck on this stage for quite a bit.
Yeah.
But Timo could catch up here a little bit.
So now I'm wondering, because the game does look like it has a really high acceleration, but maybe they have a lot of control over their jump height? because Yugge's stage looks really hard if you can't control exactly how high you want to go into that fall with the spikes.
Yugge struggling to hit this very small gap here. Like, looks like he's trying to jump fast and then slow down, then brake. There we go. Makes it across. Now we see the other part. Bunch of trampolines, some projectiles in the way. What world are they on now? This is world 4, and I think Yugge might be almost done. Yugge has done quite a few stages already.
This is either the last or the second to last stage, I want to say.
And Timo is on their way to catch up now.
I'm keep tracking that one.
Might be like 4 or 5 stages behind, I guess.
This is stage 5. Oh, almost.
It's sniped there at the very top of the tower. Oh, these eaters don't have hitboxes apparently. We're just jumping through.
Oh no, the Ether doesn't have a hitbox. We saw that earlier because there was one in your path.
Oh, okay. Yugge was almost at the end here, but there's a difficult wall jump section.
Timo almost made it, but instead of just hanging to the wall, sliding down and then jumping back into the wall, he tried to go over the transition and got into the spike ceiling.
Oh, that's a small target to hit there for Timo.
Yeah,
Jump too high or
that's
too low.
rough.
Yeah, oh, too high again.
And you don't even have a lot of time to think about that, because there are spikes coming from there.
Alright.
Okay,
Timo
that's
makes it.
stage 6, and Yugge is 2 stages ahead of that.
And this is also a stage where Timo was struggling for quite a bit, so another chance for where Yugge was struggling a bit, so good chance for Timo to catch up. He was making careful progress here, waiting for all these cycles, but now here's the hard part.
Yeah, and Yugge took a long while to notice that you can just wall jump over and wait on the floor. So let's see how Timo handles that.
Looks like Timo might already be going for the wall jump strat there. Tried to go into a wall jump and then the spikes got them.
The acceleration in this game is just insane.
Yeah, you start and you stop so quickly.
Oh, Yugge just went over the trampoline there.
We're almost there and makes it. That was a pretty quick clear of that stage compared to Yugge's attempt earlier. So now we are on the same stage again. Yugge has been here for quite a while, so definitely has the advantage.
Yeah, but this is stage 7. I would say that this game either has 8 or 10 stages per world. So there is still time to edit change. Oh no, Yugge did it perfectly to fall into the pit, but then couldn't make it to the gap between the two things going around.
Timo made it to the second part of the stage. Investigating it now. Oh, and Yugge makes it. Now it's Timo's turn to catch up.
Oh, nice. Hercules is saying that Yugge is on the final level. Since we saw how Yugge did this, I see Timo trying to use the trampoline to go over that gap on the top, but we know that just doing wall jumps into the trampoline is way better and way faster and safer to do this.
Yeah, there we go. And Timo's almost at the goal. Was also a difficult part for... Oh, do you have to fall? I expected just some wall jumps upwards.
I think falling seems easier because if you can make it into the gap, you are good to go. But wall jumping is kinda safer because you are moving in the same direction as those enemies.
Yeah, that's what I'd be thinking. Falling down, you have to thread the needle between the two enemies.
But I have to say that my first instinct would be to fall between the enemies.
Some very tight dodges here for Yugge in that one corridor. Several of these obstacles moving back and forth with not really synced up cycles.
Actually, I think you have to jump in Timo's stage, to fall into Timo's stage, because if you try to jump, you will make it back to the starting position. I don't think you can make that jump. Maybe you can, who knows.
I think as far as we saw, you can jump up on one wall, right? Don't need two walls to jump upwards.
Yeah, maybe.
Like what Timo did just now, so he could just be climbing the left wall. And Timo's also on this stage now, the final stage for both of them. And we heard from chat this is a pretty long stage. We mostly have seen these starting corridors here.
Oh, it's nice of the game of giving you that small gap where you can go into the wall to rest there. Like right beneath where Yugge was.
Anytime Yugge gets to the second corridor there, the dodges there just seem really difficult. I'm wondering, is there a better way to do this, a better cycle? But the lower part, the obstacles seem more synced up than the upper ones here. Like these three seem like they're always moving in the same formation.
Yeah, but that also means that you can stand between the two enemies on the bottom. Which is what Yugge is doing to get to the right side of the screen.
Yeah, it's a really quick jump there. We have our first finish from 1 up 40 just now. I wonder what the rest of the stage is gonna be like if the start here is already killing them so often.
We can get a glimpse of a trampoline with an enemy going from left to right and the enemy speeding the things, so damn, that looks hard.
Timo has a nice strat there. I think just stood still and jumped while the enemies were passing. So Timo's in the trampoline part now. Kind of a tiny lead change, possibly. Oh, that's the goal already. It's inside.
And that's the enemy I called earlier. But Timo did really well on that final section.
Yeah, looks like Timo has it mostly figured out. Yeah, that's what I meant. Timo just stops there and jumps over the first one, which seems easier. Yugge also making it through that pretty well. And Timo down in the trampoline part again.
I call nerves on that death for Timo.
Yeah, the projectiles there come with a certain frequency, so you probably shouldn't move too fast. If you just hop slowly, like Yugge here, you can probably respond to all of them.
Like Yugge here, Yugge starts to wildly go left and right.
Right, Yugge... Oh! Made it across the trampoline, but then got sniped when he was low.
Timo getting antsy at the end. This is a race.
The first two worlds went so quickly, but now we've got a decent race length already.
Right?
Yugge going slowly, jump by jump here again. Oh, Timo's moving a lot more here. Oh, makes it across. I was kind of worried there. No, boxed in by the spikes and takes pretty much the same death that Yugge had.
Yeah, this is rough. This is really anyone's game.
Oh, Timo going for a very fast crossing on the lower part there, but that seems very dangerous. Ran right into a projectile there as it was spawning.
Another thing that we didn't mention before, it's also really nice how Timo is letting go of the wall slide to avoid those two enemies at the second step of the start of this stage. Like here, he stands still, do a jump, then go, let go, to slide down, and then pass the enemies.
Timo hurrying across this little bend with the spikes. We saw both players take a bunch of deaths there, so probably good idea. Just needs to make this last little stretch.
I think you have to go from the left.
Well, so far Timo didn't go in, so maybe they'll change the strategy. Yeah, looks like Timo's actually trying to struggle to get in.
You have to wall jump from the left, so you have a proper arc going to that.
And Timo
And there we go.
Oh, run! Timo makes it.
Oh.
That's a finish for Timo Star. Time of 39:11. Very close race, and Yugge forfeits. I'm guessing that last stage was pretty stressful.
But what a race and what a comeback. We will see if the racers will come up to talk to us. Well, Yugge won't be coming, but Timo is coming here. Hello, Timo.
Hello.
GG's, what a race!
Yeah, it was close.
It was really close. You started ahead, then Yugge took the lead, and then you took the lead back on the final stage.
On the final stage, then.
Yeah, Yugge was on that stage for quite a bit before you got there.
Oh, that was that final. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cycles, and this game was pretty much more like the first few levels. I had kind of fun. It's like, okay, it's kind of floaty, whatever. Then the thing is, you jump and then you hold a direction and the cube goes flying in that direction, absolutely insanely fast. And then you have to deal with the screen being split in half, this dumb Pac-Man stuff. And it's very hard to tell when you're supposed to slow down.
Yeah, also,
You know?
how slippery was the character? Because we could see that
Insane
both of you were flying.
Yes, you go up flying at insane speed and like you walk off a cliff, you walk off a slope or cliff, whatever, and you immediately go like, I don't know, 3 tiles or something, just like in a few frames. So
Oh
just
gosh.
like dropping off ledges is extremely difficult because you just go flying. It really takes just I don't know, I can't even register the amount of time. The cube is suddenly like 3-4 tiles across. And it's just like, oh my god. Then you have all the cycles and it's hard to read the maps because they are split like in between, so you have to go like in parts and you just die to the next part. And then you see like, okay, that's that. And the scrolling screen as well, because you go so fast, you have no idea what you're going into. So I don't like this game.
So we were speculating that this is the kind of genre you'd like, at least like a fast platformer.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like, it just does too many things I'm not a big fan of. Mostly not being able to tell where the hell I'm going. I can hold the direction and the cube will just go somewhere. I'm just like taking my hands off the keyboard and praying that it goes wherever I want it to go. That's how it felt. Probably
Okay, so
with
you
some practice you could get used to it, but like in this kind of situation. Also the trampolines, the sideway trampolines. Did Yugge have problems with those? Because I don't understand how they work.
There was that one stage where you have to go quite a bit down and then go up again with this one sideways trampoline, and Yugge just did that first try, I think, and yeah, you had to do quite a few attempts on that.
Yes, I went into that trampoline. I flew into it. It bounced me downwards. I noticed it on other trampolines as well, sideways trampolines. They would just bounce me downwards. So then I started like I tried holding neutral, so not holding any buttons. When I jump into the trampoline, same thing. Hold against the trampoline, same thing. Pre-press, jump, same thing. And then I didn't do anything differently from my few last attempts, and it suddenly bounces me up. I was like, okay.
We were speculating that you was hitting the sailing before the trampoline, and that was killing your upward velocity, and that's why you were going down. But we don't know for sure.
Yeah, that's the best guess I would have. Because otherwise I have no idea. Like I just tried pretty much all the different things the game's controls allow you to try. Yeah. I don't think it's a badly made game. I just don't like it because of how slippery it is.
It definitely seems very fast.
Yes.
Also this kind of a classic style of indie platformer, I feel. definitely not a new game. Kind of reminds me of like VVV or something like that.
Except, yeah, VVV is like, it's very digital to control VVV. I don't think there's any like traction in VVV. If I remember correctly, you just like turn on a snap and stuff. Which
Yep,
feels
probably it
very
doesn't have
more
acceleration
natural,
like this.
of course.
But I feel like
Yeah,
this
on
is
the ground,
the kind of
there's barely
genre.
anything. Yeah. It's also pretty much kind of confusing because on the ground you control way differently than on the air. But yeah. I'm glad it was a good race. I was very stressed out. I don't want to just complain, but yeah, I was just very stressed out. It was like my heart was pumping on the last stage. I was like, this has to be close. It's like there's no way. We probably struggled on a lot of similar things.
Yeah, no, that feeling is perfectly fine. And I was surprised that, okay, there was only one other racer, but I was wondering about the nerves for both of you because the chat room was silent. No dot done, no nothing. So it has to be nerve-wracking.
I also stopped at one point in the trampoline level I was struggling in, and I went into my display settings and changed my monitor hertz. It was at 60, so I changed it back to 144. I was like, is this game like just bugged or something? That's also a thing I spent time on.
I think Yugge was probably also pretty stressed by this. He immediately forfeited as soon as he got done.
Yeah. Must have been. Yeah, it's a stressful game to race. The last few like games that were like more precision platformer style. What have I raced? I think I only raced one that's like precision platformer style, which was the first game I raced.
We can actually look at that here on stream.
Yeah.
You raced Ball Boy, the 3D platformer. The ball with a lot of inertia, I think. Then Fluctuoid, which is more of a puzzle platformer, I think.
Yeah.
And then
3D platformer.
Yeah, with a ball. Ball Boy.
It's a really weird game that you go forward into the screen and you can go really fast and you don't have a lot of controls.
What? I'm completely blanking.
It's a Steam game. I raced that way back in when, and that's why I know of this game.
But yeah, the first game was like the Gravity game. That was kind of had some precision platformer elements. It's like I think just the way this game controls makes you very stressed out anyway. It's just like
it's
going so fast, out
game.
of sudden, yeah. It's like precisely the lack of precision that makes it very stressful.
It's a precision platformer with imprecise controls.
I don't know if I would call them imprecise. It is just like hard to be precise with.
Fair.
Clearly, the developers knew what kind of bullshit they were getting into. I don't know, or maybe they were just shooting the shit. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I need to go take a nap. I've been awake for a long time. That was fun. GG's to Yugge, and thanks for re-streaming and commentating.
You're welcome. Thanks for racing.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye. And Yugge continues on to Losers 5. Does not have an opponent yet. It will be either Parasite Steve or that one guy.
Sorry, just quick correction, Timo. I feel like we've
oopsie.
both been
somehow I
missing
keep,
both
I
names.
don't know why. I'm very sorry. I keep switching these names. Yeah, Yugge actually, of course, since this was a back 9 match, Yugge is out of the tournament now, of course. We are getting pretty far in the tournament, so there's more and more people getting sifted out.
We could see the next few matches, right? Because I do feel like there are quite a few coming later today, though there is a gap between now and the next race.
Yep, exactly. There's nothing following this up right now, but in about 2 hours, we've got Nico Jazz versus BTS, Blade Twin Swords. And then we've got Parasite Steve versus that one guy. Oh, that's exactly the match that feeds into Timo's match. And that's it for today for now, unless someone else schedules anything. But we've got some more matches coming up in the coming days.
Yeah, and then after that we only have tomorrow Okama of Games versus Exuno, and then only Monday Bohemico versus Baconman 12, and then there's a gap, and Wednesday we have Callback versus Half Beast. So not a lot of matches, though we are getting on the later side of the tournament, so that's kinda to be expected.
Yeah, and also there might still be matches coming in, being scheduled.
Yeah, for sure.
Wondering on wasn't the launch page work. There we go. So looking at launch, I think we're like over 3/4 through the tourney already. Oh yeah, that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you GFM for coming and helping me with commentary here.